My name is Chris. It is currently 12 o'clock p.m., April 14th, 2020, and I'm starting a project for the first time. I want to plant Mexican sunflower seeds. This is the Tithonia version. I got them at Home Depot for $1.69. The manufacturer name on it is Burpee. Burpee. I'm out in the yard for a few minutes. I've been raking up the leaves. I've set a couple of bricks down. I'm going to run a line to measure out approximately 18 inches from my fence line, the property line. This way I can have proper growth of the Mexican sunflower as it grows up. I understand that this sunflower is a fast growing sunflower, and I can use this as a drop and drop mulch. My intention is to start getting into gardening and making my own mulch. We're going to go outside and we're going to take a quick look at what I currently have. And like I said, all I did was rake it up. I am located in the Central Florida area in Zone 9B. I'll be right back. Welcome back. This is video number 2. This is where I left off, where I raked off the leaves. Next, I'm going to place some of this string, which I got from the local hardware store, 18-pound nylon twine, and I'm going to attach it to what I had available, which is one of these decorative bricks here. So this time I'm going to run it almost all the way down to the end of that fence corner down there. Let's see how that looks. Now I have my line from one end of the brick all the way down to the corner of the lot down there. And now I know 102 to spread out my seedlings. I'm going to go ahead and start mixing the soil and getting it ready for the seeds. In this next video, I'm going to show you the tools that I plan on using when I turn around and start getting this area ready. I'm going to turn around and use this aerator tool. I'm going to turn the soil, loosen anything that's alive so I can turn it up. I'm going to turn around and use this one here to pull out anything that's still in the bed when I start. And this one here is your hoe, and I'm going to use that to do a line straight down from here all the way down. I'm going to follow that line with the hoe and make sure I got it nice and loose and nice little stretch so I can start planting everything. I've already started running into a problem. So I'm trying to do the first part of it underneath this oak tree that goes really high up into the sky here. It's been here for quite a while. It's just on the other side of the fence line. But my problem is it's rooted all over the place. So I've got all these roots that are just out and about. And as I'm trying to use my tool here, I'm having a hard time getting into the ground because I got roots from this tree that are just under the soil, top of the soil. So I might not be able to plant exactly where I want to underneath this tree, but I'm still going to be able to do the rest of it all the way down. Wow, it took me a while to get from down there to this end over here using this aerator. Manual. Definitely not ran by an engine, unless you call me the engine. I ran into a problem where I got these roots that are just underneath the soil level. And I'm believing that these roots, and I hung them up in the fence to dry out a little bit. I think the roots are coming from this vine, which is up in this tree here. I'm not sure if it's the same thing, but if you happen to know what it is, then go ahead and leave a comment below. My next step is to get the hoe out, and where I loosened up all the dirt there, I'm going to turn around and hoe up the dirt so I can mix it all together and maybe have something that's nice. I don't have any fresh soil that I've made. I haven't started doing that yet. This is the beginning of my project, and I want to use the Mexican sunflower as my chop and drop to start doing the soil. So that's what we have. Now I'm gonna go grab the hoe. I'm gonna start from down here. I'm gonna run into a bunch of issues because this particular oak tree right here has all those roots that we discussed about earlier. As you can see, they run through my yard and they're old. I had this tree here, which is currently living, and over here on this other side where those branches are used to be another large oak tree. I took that one down several years ago. I'm sure some of its roots are still down there, dried and weathered. Maybe if I'm lucky it all turns to mulch as well. So now I've taken my hoe and I dug a nice little straight line just on the outside of the line here. And it goes, of course, all the way down to the brick. Right where you see the aerator, horrible with words, stuck into the ground. Now some of this soil right here is nice and fertile, so I'll be able to turn around and have some good growth off of that. But a lot of this, like this right here, is Florida sand, and that's one of the reasons why I want to start composting. My next step is to turn around and actually plant the seeds and then cover them back up with the dirt that I pulled up. Hello, I'm Chris, and I'm out here planting Mexican sunflowers. My next step is labeling the locations where I want to plant the Mexican sunflowers. The packaging says that every 18 inches I'm supposed to plant it out. So I've taken a measuring tape and I've started measuring out 18 inches, and I've taken a red Solo cup. You can tell it's a red and it's a Solo cup, and I cut it into small strips so I can label it Mexican sunflower, so I know exactly what I planted into the ground there. So this is going to take me a few minutes. I'm going to turn around and finish this, and then I'll get back with you as soon as I can. Till then, stay safe. Welcome back to the Mexican sunflower first planting. I've already marked my line, dug my trench, and I've put down markers on the ground 18 inches apart, all the way down to the corner of the fence, close to where you see that blue pole which aerated the lawn so I could do this job. My next process is to actually put these seeds into the ground. I will cover it up with approximately 1 inch of soil. And then I will wait for the results. The results should start showing in 7 to 14 days. If I was to plant them too close together, once the plant gets to about an inch high, then you would turn around and thin it out, meaning spread it out, one plant per 18 inches. I shouldn't have to do that because I plan on putting one seed every 18 inches. I'm supposed to get 6 hours of direct sunlight. I'm not sure if it's going to work in this one particular spot because I do have these oak trees in the yard and they do quite a bit of shading. However, I want the sunflowers to be on this side of the yard to give me a little more privacy. We will see how that will work out in the long run in about 1 to 2 months. Until then, have a great day.